mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Herbert going to go to the air right away. And his first pass is incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. A first carry now. This is Williams. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert sliding out of the pocket. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds.
I'm going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside 3rd of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
31 yards on the punt there. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. On play action, it's Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A nice job of just sticking the helmet down 9 yards on the play, but still 3rd and 12 now.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Good clean play. Nope.
Coming out of the pocket of the officials, turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
Ethan Evans on now to punt. How about this? They'll change it at the line. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They went 3-and-out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, first and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They went 3-and-out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, first and 10.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Mahomes gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it second down.
Second and 6 at the Broncos' 21-yard line.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Ready.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to the ground, this time Cook. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage with just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brings up second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Second and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw, eluding the pressure right. But the man downfield is Judy. He's got it. A huge play there for Denver. 42 yards. A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Justin Herbert looking to pass. This one swung out to Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it brings out 3rd and 5 now. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Mahomes going to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Hey, Ribley!
Vaughn on 1st and 10. Powering forward. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row.
This old adage, partner, don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes the mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice gain.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Going right side here, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
49-yard line.
Hey, Ripley!
Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And they'll run it here. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. That one into the hands of Adams downfield. Touchdown, Cowboys! Devontae Adams, 41 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
59.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Oh, the option to give to Williams here.
And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
Attack, attack!
Mahomes now on first down.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
That's on the Pro Bowl guard from Notre Dame, Zach Martin.
Yellow.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
Running behind center with Vaughn.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Here's 3rd and 10.
Hey, yellow, go gun, go gun, go gun. Yellow.
Throwing now is Mahomes.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11th.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. There's a nice move. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And some room to maneuver. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys! Deuce Vaughn, 70 yards. And the Cowboys are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up
It's
significantly,
skyrocketed.
right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there. Excellent. Because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial gain.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. That's going to be caught by Judy. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
It's second and inches at the Cowboys' 45-yard line.
On second down, Williams. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
58 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down.
The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
He's known for his legs and his fancy footwork, but he's not getting much of a chance to use it here. The defense continued to hold the upper hand by bringing him down on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert.
Toward the sideline, intercepted. And the Cowboys force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
here today. This run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Staying on the ground with Vaughn.
Escapes the defender. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That good for 19 and a first down.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Dallas, Texas is the spot, third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. Second and 10.
Now a give running right. It's Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Dalvin Cook.
A 23-yard run.
And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
The kick is good.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up first and 10 at their own 42. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Early down steps to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
It's a gain of 4. And it's third down.
We are through three quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The Broncos on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Herbert now.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. And he goes out right around the 39. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock.
14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game,
They've just been effortless for them in this one, and that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
143 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 14. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
This will be caught at the 2.
And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week 1 is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
First down, Broncos.
Herbert off of play action. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. Past the 20. 5. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point right down the middle. And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out to this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Go.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Yellow. What's that?
Mahomes quickly complete out wide. It'll be a gain of 5. And 3rd and 8 now. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
3rd and 8.
Attack, attack. Hard side.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
It'll be a gain of just a yard at its second down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Go.
2nd and 9.
15. Ready.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Room here to run.
A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Sheds off the tackle. They hold it out of bounds about a half to a 4 yards shy of the 5. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
On the ground with Vaughn.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Cowboys,